Hey everyone, welcome back. Ice King here, back with...
I'm AJ.
Happy Monday and happy episode 18, nearing 20. We're getting there, slow but steady. Thank you guys for listening, we do appreciate that. What have you been working on this week?
I built shelves, so now my garage will be much more...
You mean your game store?
My game store? Yeah, my game store actually have shelves now.
Nice. I can go shopping again later.
Yeah, so you can go shopping again. Painted some MCP, which we'll talk about later. And I played a game with the new trolls against Cricks.
Nice. We'll go over that later too.
Yeah, we can go over that later.
I have, as you saw, I painted a little more of the Reaver. I've been working on the Pro Acryl paints with those. Those have been fantastic to work.
Right? Yeah, I told you.
They're super sweet.
Favorite paints of all time. Well, right now they're my favorite paints.
The boots, that super matte texture looks fantastic on these boots. Because it looks like real leather.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
So if you haven't tried Pro Acryl, I highly recommend you try it out.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Yeah, no. I've been watching videos about them for a while. I was like, you know, next time I pick up some actual paints, I'll try some out. And boy, I did it about when was it? October?
Yeah.
Yeah. So back in October, I was down in Alabama for like 5 weeks. So being bored, I bought some Pro Acryl, and man, they are my new. Whenever I'm gonna buy new paint, unless I need a specific color, they're what.
And they have a lot of colors. Like I was looking through some of their expansions. They have a pretty. They got almost everything that I would need.
For sure. And they have. I like their dropper bottles. I don't know how you feel about them.
I'm used to them from fucking Gunpla.
Okay.
Like,
is that how they? Oh, that's right. You showed me that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've been on that wave for a while now. I'm glad Mini's caught up.
Okay.
I'm glad they caught up to Gundam.
Yeah.
But no, they've been cool to work with. I definitely, if I need, like you said, if I need new paints in the future, they'll be what I'll be getting. Probably pick up a few for Dusk and just have new paints for them to have them match.
What I like about them is, like you were talking about the matte, so it's going to be definitely, instead of the whole model being shiny or like reflective, because you know, like the Vallejo paints and the Citadel paints are kind of like a satin, sometimes gloss finish. With these being a matte, I think it's going to be a good contrast between like the ultra shiny candy red
for your
and then the matte on there. I think that's gonna work out really well.
In terms of my bases, it'll be a good contrast with the resin ice bases that I have for the Dusk, because I have that like then like they're gonna be like very just matte dark vampires. I think it's gonna look real good.
That makes sense. Even though they're good guys.
No,
they're good guys.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they are.
No, I'm gonna play them.
Yeah.
But I've been painting Orgoth. I went rock climbing for anybody who cares, anybody who's into that, indoor rock climbing. Super fun. Tore up my hands though.
All right. Yeah, your hands are pretty fucked up.
Those are just normal lifting stuff, but I have a bunch of like tears from not wearing enough chalk. But it was cool. And then, yeah, that's all I've done this week. I'm getting into some of the big stuff. Trolls.
Yes.
Yo-ho,
oh my God.
A Brian Blood's life for me.
So good and bad things came out for Trolls. The rules are, I think, really good, so I expect a nerf.
Yeah, because
before they come out. I think it's calculated at the heavy can get a melee threat of 15 inches, which is absurd.
That is disgusting for a beast.
Yeah, so I fully expect that to be nerfed. And just so you know, it's not like a crazy 15 inches. It moves 5, charges 8. Then your caster has, if a warrior model is damaged, it can gain vengeance, or a model in your battle group that's a avenging force. So if a friendly warrior model were damaged, not destroyed by an enemy attack, during the maintenance phase, one model in the spell catches the battle group can move 3 inches. So there's another 3, so that's 11. Then let's see. Oh, I lost count. So move 5, charge 8.
Yep.
11, you have a melee range of 2, and then on the troll, here's the other tricky part. So he has recoil on his bellower head, which says when you kill something, immediately after the attack is resolved, you can advance 2 inches, and it's a spray attack with pistol. So you charge something, and remember we talked about this, you charge, interrupt your charge with the spray 6, kill something, there's your 15 inches.
Maybe that won't. That's kind of goofy, and that takes a lot of setup.
I don't think it does take a lot of setup. I think it's really powerful.
It sounds like a lot of setup to me.
Okay. But, well, so you have to You have to, one of your warrior models has to take damage.
Okay.
You have to kill something with your spray attack with your Rat 7 pistol, and it's a spray. So
power on it? 10?
10. I mean, you know, maybe not, but if you charge some infantry or a solo is around, you can boost that, kill it, and then you move 2 inches, and then start smacking whatever you want.
With an anchor.
Well, the anchor brings it down to 14. Because the anchor, for whatever reason, is only range 1.
What's range 2?
The shark, the hammerhead shark.
Oh, the critical consume.
Critical consume, yeah. And then you roll a crit and you eat everybody.
That's cool.
So I fully expect that to be nerfed. Another nerf that's more than definitely coming is the crab net, because it doesn't say on a direct hit. It just says on hit. So you can charge, shoot your crab net, miss, and then it's knocked down anyway.
Because AoE.
Because the AoE, yep.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, so that's probably going to get nerfed. But overall, they played really well. The feat is I think it's a good feat, but I don't think it's as good as some other feats. It's plus 2 defense and then rapid healing. So every time you take a damage, you heal a D3.
Okay.
So plus 2 defense is kind of negligible. I'm going to compare it to Zadarov's fleet, which is plus 3 defense, and then if you get missed, then you get to basically...
Oh, Hazaroth from Morgoth?
Or Zadarov.
From Morgoth?
Infernals.
Oh,
Infernals, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So it's the defense buff, and then if you get missed, you can place yourself away 3 inches.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
But it's still good. It's still a good feat.
It's not bad. It's not useless.
No. And she's got, what was that spell?
Spell Rack.
Spell Rack is actually really good.
You said Black Spot? What was it called?
Black Spot is probably what I think is really good in this list. So Black Spot, obviously minus 2 defense, and if you kill something, you get another free shot. So, you Black Spot a unit or anything, and if you kill it, you get a free shot.
Okay.
So, other spells that are good.
It's kind of like marking it for prey and then getting a bonus after it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, and a free attack. Other things, she also has battle plans, which are, pretty standard. Tactician,
useful,
repo
extremely useful, just to have that on your caster.
Yep.
Now you don't have to pay for a unit to take it.
One of the weird things that she has is Storm Rager, which is kind of like a mini, I think it was Engine of Destruction in Mark III, where you got, plus 4 mat, plus 4 melee, their strength or whatever in the time. This one is plus 2 mat, plus 2 arm, plus 2 melee damage. Cannot be targeted by combined ranged or melee attacks. Yeah, it's just weird at the end there.
So, I can't use my Soulless Hunters to combo attacks.
Correct. Or no, it's pretty much.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a weird
one. It's only a warrior model. So more than likely if she's gonna be casting this, it's an upkeep. It's gonna be on herself.
Yeah. Or like a solo you want to keep alive.
Even then, we haven't seen their solos, but they better be a powerhouse to dump this on there. But I mean, it takes her.
How many cost is it? 3?
3, and it's an upkeep though. So that's something.
Yeah.
Her though, it brings her up to comparable, it brings her up to mat 9, armor 18, and a power 16 with grievous wounds on her weapons. So she's no joke at that point.
Yeah.
So she might be the melee caster, just from having.
Have we seen pictures at all of the other casters?
We have. One is definitely a.
Is it that one?
No, we don't know who that is. We're talking about the guy in the middle of the picture with a gun and glowing runes. So it looks like it's a caster, but we haven't seen him yet. The other guy we have seen is super thin.
Oh, okay.
He had a black shirt on. I think he had a bird.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So he's probably definitely the caster. So, but all in all, I'm pretty excited about them, except for one thing,
in which we can go into the dun dun dun.
The cavalry. Or balloon bombers look awful. I'm sorry.
Tell me how it is. Rant on it.
Oh my god, they're just first of all, such a missed opportunity to put, instead of putting pigs on crabs for their cavalry, right? It's goofy, it fits the troll theme, and it would be super cool to ride into battle on a crab.
Let's talk about my plan about that later.
Okay, yeah. So he's got a plan, but it's just I don't know. It's carriage-on overlords with trolls. Even the bombs on the side look like the carriage-on overlord stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got the balloon, even the fin. It's different enough, but it's the same. Look at the model pose and the silhouette. that's a gunner.
Yeah.
That's a gunner from Carried on Overlord.
I say pointing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like them. I just don't. I'm not digging it.
I was okay with it, and then I saw the picture of it on the base, and I was like, that is goofy looking.
Right. So, flying bases on something like 50 millimeters, because it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just gonna be an awful time.
Yeah. I'm like, and we can go to my plan a little bit here. So our plan.
I have also a plan.
Oh, do you?
I have a backup plan.
Okay. Because you are pretty sold on getting these, right? On the army, not these themselves.
I will get the beasts for sure, and maybe I'll just play 50 points with them and just have a bunch of beasts.
That's fair.
We'll see.
We'll go to your paint scheme later if you want. But for these guys, so converting, they have to be 50% of the original model, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
I'd have to look at the rule, but that sounds right.
So we can go with that. How much do you think the character himself counts as? Probably like 25%.
Not even. Look at him. He's tiny. Look how big I would say cut the model in half so the balloon is 50%.
Yeah.
And then the bottom half is 50%.
He's 25. I'd say
okay, we'll say 25. Okay,
25%. So I'm already halfway there to what I need. I'll take the flags off. I will take the bombs off, the anchor off, and the fins off the top.
Okay. If they're, well, we don't know how many pieces it's gonna be.
Resin is very easy to work with.
Fair. That's fair.
Up,
yeah.
And you can bend it and you can get stuff off of it pretty quickly. I probably have like 40% now, so I'll probably have to take the ropes on both sides.
So the ropes could be used as reins.
Yeah.
So
here's what we're doing. We're gonna put him, and now that I've seen how it works as a bomber, I'm gonna put the bombs in the crab hands.
Yes. Now
so
we're
he's
talking.
Throwing them.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I'm gonna learn how to 3D model. I'm gonna model a crab, and have him like sitting on it like in a chair, and he's gonna be.
Why not just leave it in the boat?
Oh, strap the boat on it with the reins.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's
so flip it. So just remove the balloon
and turn the
reins upside down, locking him on the crab.
Yeah, and then put the bombs in the claws.
Yeah. Okay. I'm on board. Yeah. I'm on board with that.
See, it kind of makes sense. So
it doesn't make sense at all, but that's what makes it awesome.
That's what trolls are.
Yeah, that's what trolls are. They're just goofy.
So yeah, we're gonna do Krabby Boys for that. Because the Bocor trip when we were driving up, we would just talk about crabs like 50% of the trip, and then we would see a sign that said crabs here, and we're like crab.
So my backup plan is maybe convince them to make a crab mini crate and just buy 3 of those.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Maybe we sparked their inspiration. I'll build one and I'll be like,
there you go.
Here it is. And they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
We can do better, but that's a good idea.
Good, yeah. Or we just, like we said, we just email it to Doug and be like, hey, can you make this?
Can you make this?
Yeah. Or maybe we just reach out to Doug just in general and be like, hey, here's our idea.
What do you
think?
Yeah.
You know, what do you think?
Maybe I'll sketch it up and then we can post it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of this?
Yeah.
I'll post it in the big group.
I don't hate it.
Yeah. I think it's funny that
it is funny that the crab's throwing the bomb. Yeah. That's. That really ties it all together.
That really does. Because at first I was like, oh, it's a bomber. How am I doing this? Oh wait, he can just throw them. Yeah. It'd be interesting if it has like a ram attack.
Oh, it's definitely going to have some sort of like bulldoze or something attack.
And then the crab will just run into things.
Yeah. I mean, so everything about being on top of a crab makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? Even if you have some sort of like leap attack, because crabs can jump, you know? I'm just saying, big missed opportunity here. And that model looks huge.
Yeah.
Like if you look, that's 2 inches right there.
Yep.
So if you flip it up, so it's gonna be 4 to 5 inches tall from the concept art.
Yeah. That'll be cool. When we fix it.
Yeah, when we fix it.
But then if we get it the 80 mil, we can do big crab and have gunners off of it.
Oh, that's right. We do know that it's a giant blimp with guns. Ugh.
But then big crab with all the guns. Just it's a battle fortress.
Oh my god. See, it's
a
Privateer Press. I know you don't listen, I know you don't even listen to us when we post things in the other
like,
chat.
Oh, that ice guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
There he is again.
Yep. But anyway, you're sitting on a gold mine here.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to reach out. We got all the ideas.
We know it's in Lego format right now. So.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe we should do Lego crabs and then post that picture.
Hang on.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, you're not even clicking on anything.
Nice. Perfect.
But anyway, so the list I played, back to...
Oh, it's AliExpress.
Yeah, good luck with that. So the list I played on Saturday was...
Oh yeah, so he did play a game with Trolls.
Yes.
We'll go into our game coverage, weekly game coverage now.
Yeah, so I played, obviously, Boom Howler with 3 heavies.
Nice.
And a Reef Troll.
50 points, right?
50 points. So I played the first Dire Troll was with the head of Cantankerous, which is the head that gives it Rage, so +2 melee attack damage, and then a 12 bite. The Minnofen, which lets it run and charge for free, which I think is the best,
yeah,
without a doubt. Unless you're trying for a specific build on something else, I think that's the best one. He ran an anchor in the crab net, and I did play the crab net post nerf of what I think it's gonna be, so I wasn't like, you know, haha, I'm gonna exploit this for the next 2 weeks until they fix it.
Demo testing for a battle box.
Exactly. The next 2 were built the same, so they both had the Bellower, which is the recoil what we just talked about. So if he kills something, he gets to move 2 inches. And then he had the Spray 6, 10, which was actually pretty good, because he played Bane Thralls, Bane Warriors, and when I charged him, I was able to spray like 2 or 3 of them. Okay. And then he actually got a charge off on one of my trolls during the feat turn, which we'll get into. But he was able to spray like 3 of them with that angle. So, and then the Reef Troll was just pretty. It was the cheapest thing I could bring with the Matey Shield Guard, the Lightning Strike, the Cutlass, and the Shield. So, just in case he.
Yeah, 7 point. Is that considered your light beast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Dire Trolls are the heavy, and then the Reef Trolls are the light.
Nice.
Couple things I noticed though when list building is that the Dire Trolls are amphibious. The Reef Trolls are not, and the Dire Trolls, one of their heads...
It makes everything within 5 inches
in water.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool, but then when I figured out the whole army isn't amphibious, I was kind of like, oh, well, I probably shouldn't do that.
Maybe more units will be, and then you could just do like an amphibious list.
Maybe, because then you're getting into like gator territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could mess up some jacks too.
Yeah, and then even she has a one of this on the spell racks is what is this, Tide Pool? Yeah, place a 3-inch template anywhere completely within its control area. It's shallow water. So basically, you can put out for armies that don't have Pathfinder or amphibious. You put out a bunch of rough terrain.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
actually.
I like that a lot. But I was playing against Cricks, Banes, Dark Host, so they are all ghostly. So I was like, well, this is a waste. But yeah. So, but they performed really well. The feat was actually really good. He got some charges off with some Bane Warriors onto one of my heavies, and basically, because I had the feat and the +2 defense, he survived and was able to just.
What's that put his defense at?
14. Not bad.
That's good for a beast.
Good for a beast, but the healing is what did it, because he was like slamming me for like a bunch of damage at a time, and I was like, all right, I'll heal 2, Opal heal 3, Opal heal 2 every time he hit me, and that like increased my hit points by so much.
Yeah,
just that feat.
It's like with like Dusk and Rhett, how they can have focus on them and forget 5 damage.
Kind of, yeah. But it's just for the feat turn. You get it all the time.
Yeah, you can't have trolls have everything.
But right now, I think the beasts are good. Probably a little bit too good, like we talked about, so they'll be getting a nerf. The light troll is pretty average, so no complaints there. The caster was really good. I liked her, battle plans. The annoyance thing never came up, but I can see that being
What's the annoyance thing?
So if a living enemy model is within 1 inch, they suffer -1 attack rolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you like charge her with some like generic infantry, well, not necessarily calves usually have pretty high mat, but still it's still -1.
Yeah.
But you do have to be within 1 inch, and most things have 2 inch reach.
Okay.
So,
you can position it.
It's kind of one of those things that's nice if it ever happens.
Yeah.
So it essentially makes her defense 16.
Okay.
So, but
that's a high defense.
On a caster, it's pretty average.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like Izzy's 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah, but her armor is not that. Her armor is 12.
Yeah, well, you know, she's got focus. They don't have focus. They got fury. Or is it? It's arc. Yeah, arc.
Okay. But yeah, so overall the games went well?
Yeah, I played 2 games at my house, one with the trolls, and then I let the other 2 guys play. Scorn versus Crix again. So this one guy played 2 games. I played 1, and then the other guy played 1.
Nice.
So.
I heard Ross won.
Yeah, he won. I beat him. He was playing Crix. I beat him with the trolls, and then he beat Kyle with the Scorn. But that was a nail biter, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it came down to Ross. Obviously, he's his like 3rd game of War Machine, so we kind of like helped him out a little bit, and he kind of did a Hail Mary play. It didn't work. Then Kyle did a Hail Mary play, and that didn't work.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it was like one of those things like, all right, I'm going to try this to win. Oh, didn't work. The other guy's like, all right, I guess I'm going to try to win too. Didn't work. And then it went back to Ross's turn, and then Ross was able to kill the guy.
How's he liking Scorn?
Hard to get a read on that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If you've ever worked with a linguist in the Air Force or any sort of military, he's like very devoid of emotion and just like, okay.
All right.
You know. He's not a terrible guy. Just, you know.
Interesting.
Not excitable.
Oh, okay.
Very, very level.
Which can be good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to joke around in games.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we can go to the... What was that? What are we going into next?
You want to do Welsh Masters?
Yeah, we can go into that. The Welsh Masters happened, and I was kind of shocked at who top 3'd.
Were you? I thought
Pirates. I didn't expect Pirates.
You didn't expect Pirates? I think Pirates are in a good spot. I just don't think a lot of people are going to play them because they were not great in Mark III. So I don't think a lot of people have them. Yeah. You know, and they're kind of personally, I think they're like kind of like a niche army where they weren't a major faction and they were like a sub faction inside of a
other faction.
I mean, I don't really consider, I know this is probably heresy, but I don't really consider mercenaries like a major faction in the game.
Yeah.
They're like they're a sub faction with a bunch of sub factions in them. So like I think the people that really like pirates, and that's a small community of people.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think it's out there.
Are the dwarves technically a mercenary?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
So again, it's like a sub faction of a sub faction.
Yeah.
So like you either really like dwarves and you had them, or you just didn't care about them at all. So
yeah. But you're like me, didn't know they existed.
Right. Or that, you know. But I mean, you know, you see Legion, Jamie Perkins won. Used to be a big name in Mark.
Well, he won with Vale.
And he had one list.
Yeah.
He had one list and
like
6-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look over the list, but I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah. Then we had some Kador Winter Corps.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of jacks.
A bunch of jacks. I mean, that's all. That's their bread and butter right now. Yeah, just a bunch of jacks. Like even at Bokor, my round 1 was against the guy with 6 jacks. The sniper guy.
Well, expansions weren't out yet.
True.
So,
but I don't know. The list ran well enough without anything extra. Like he had his jacks. It was a shooting list. He had all of his shooters, and he had his jack support. So I'm not sure.
My game 4, I played against 6 jacks and shooting jacks, and I was like, wow, that is a lot of damage.
So yeah, you played that guy that you played in round 4 was the friend of the guy that I played in round 1.
Okay.
And they had the same list.
Okay.
Or well, I think it was like pretty much the same list.
Yeah, it was similar. Yeah. But like he obliterated my trident with 2 shots. I was like, okay.
Well, that's good rolls then.
It was just good rolls, but it was like the fact that it said spike, but it was like there goes my battle engine. Cool. Mm-hmm. So. But yeah, I'm glad I see Legion up there. We like that.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
And then top 4, big Orgoth.
We love that.
Yeah.
What did he run?
I didn't get to see his list.
Are they on there?
They are not. No. Nope.
Okay.
But he went 5-1, so he was running something spicy. I assume it's like if it's real, then he's Horus and Kishtar.
Yep.
And then I'm sure he's running just like the Horus list with 4 or 5 jacks or 6 jacks, and then the Kishtar list with 5 jacks that all shoot. So, you know.
Their lists are pretty simple.
Yeah, until the Axers come out. That's when you get the melee units randomly for Orgoth that are kind of melee oriented. Then
that'll add a lot of spice, I think.
Yeah, then Grimkin, Kador again, Signar, and then Mercenaries rounding it out. Not sure what the top.
Infernal's doing not too hot this time.
I mean 4-2, 4-2, 4-2.
This is a big tournament.
Yeah, there were 45 people.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so poor Cricks. 0-6.
Dude, shout out to you. We're both shark bait.
Yep. Good for you, Lee Dobbykins.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I went 0-4. I know that pain.
So that was the big thing, and then I guess the big drama was the guard towers.
Was that at that event?
So that was...
I thought that was just a friendly game. The guy was like, oh, I just came back and played.
I'm pretty sure he went to the... Well, maybe. He just said he drove to a tournament.
Okay.
And he's a big name in Europe. He used to be big in like Mark II and Mark III for winning games. The guy's name eludes me, but I have heard of him before. And he just said he pulled up, read the guard tower rules, and then left.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I think my favorite comment, and I don't want to throw too much shade at him because like I understand new rules, kind of shocking, but like my favorite comment was he explained that he was a very good player. And then someone was like, you weren't good enough to adapt to these new rules. And I was like, wow.
Damn. Shots fucking fired.
That was... yeah, and then I think that comments got turned off, and they're like, thanks for commenting.
Yeah. Well, you don't want that kind of stuff in there.
No. I will say, like, the more I play with the guard tower, I think it's a fun little thing.
Right, and that's where it comes in. It's not competitive. It's a fun little thing, and that's where I'm at. Where it's like in the narrative stuff... Like, I think somebody commented this, like, in the narrative stuff, that's where it belongs. But in competitive, I think it's too swingy.
Do you think there's a way to make it better?
Yes.
Chargeable?
No. I don't know if we can say. Anyway.
Okay.
If there's there may be a change coming. We talked about it at Bocor. I don't know if you were there.
I don't think I was. Yeah.
Travis was talking about it. Yeah. He's trying to make a rule that in my mind would make it fair.
Yeah, because that was a weird little thing that I was like, oh, I didn't think about that in that case.
Sorry, we have to be... I don't know if that's...
I don't either, but I don't want to say anything. But
anyway,
hopefully it'll change.
I hope the rule... I'll say I hope the rules change for guard towers.
I do like what that was.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. And thematically, too. I love when rules are good for competitive and thematically make sense.
Right.
Like that's my cool, it's balanced and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool. Speaking of towers and defenses, I was going to show you the defenses I designed.
Oh, I saw them. You posted them in True. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So everyone who doesn't know, I'm going to make these available for everybody. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm making Minecraft defenses. So the campfire is the fire pit, TNT is the bomb, stone wall is the wall, and then the magma block is the spike trap. Because when you walk on it, you may take damage.
I don't know. I never played Minecraft.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm too old.
But there's the thing: is a magma block. If you walk on it, you take damage.
Okay.
It's pretty simple, and just like spike trap.
Okay.
So
I believe you.
Yeah.
When are those going to be available? And where are they going to be available?
I will probably post them in my Discord and on my YouTube, and I'll post them on Thingiverse.
Okay. Yeah, we can just throw a little link in there. Yeah.
So that's not gonna. That'll just be for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I think it'd be cool to see those on the table. It'd
I
be
think
silly.
So. Yeah, it'd be silly. And if you paint them up all blocky, I think that'd be great.
That's the idea.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Couple months. Will they be ready for Nova?
Yes.
Okay.
They will be ready for Nova.
All right.
I'm almost tempted to, and I don't know how the Privateer Press community is, but the way this is bringing like a Magic tie-in, if you have a card that you can't read in English, but you have the English version near it, you're allowed to use it in the game.
Okay.
So if in Privateer Press I had brought the fun-looking defense.
So here's how that works. You'd have to talk, and it's not necessarily Privateer Press, it's the tournament organizer. So what you would do is you'd have to talk to whoever that is. So for Boca Raw, you talk to Seth.
Yeah.
Right? And you'd be like, hey, Seth, I've got these. I've also paid for the defenses.
I have them here, and I can use them instead, but for the fun.
But can I use these?
Yeah.
Most of the time, they're going to say, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like with the crab conversions that we're going to do. Nobody's going to say no to those.
Yeah, or my Eris one.
Or your Eris one, yeah.
Eris one's really cool.
I think you're going to fall under the rule of cool with most TOs. Now, at big events like...
Warfare Weekend
with the Iron Gauntlet, where it might be streamed, I think you might not be able to use them there.
Might confuse some people.
But again, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. And as long as they can prove to them, like, put them next to each other and be like, look, the size is the exact same.
Yeah.
So. But yeah. And then we can go into other models, the MCP models.
So yeah.
Talk us through what the drama is and what's been happening.
So I don't know if if anybody plays MCP or has some
There's
models.
a few of the guys at TNT that do.
Yep, they do. They play Marvel. So maybe they have some comments on this. But so I bought a few models now. Just because my kid is getting into superheroes, so we're painting together.
Aw,
and
it's adorable.
Yeah, you know, start him early. You know, and he's like he's hyper as all crazy, but when he gets to painting, he's like zoned in. Like
nice.
It's so weird. I let him paint like a car, and he like sat there for 30 minutes, just like zoned into painting the car, and it was like so awkward. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't know who this is. Yeah, I don't know who this is. This is not my kid. Yeah, exactly. I was like, what happened? But I've been getting some models, and I noticed on the core set we talked about the whole replacement process.
Yeah.
Which is garbage. And those models are really hard to put together. So I was reading online. And there seems to be a mix, right? And a lot of people were saying, oh, the older models are, yeah, they're bad. They've gotten better. Well, I have here, and this is the first time you've seen it. Yeah. This is the Immortal Hulk. Okay. This is the latest release.
Really?
Yeah. So this came out like a month or two. It might not be the latest release now, but it's been released in the past like few months.
Okay.
Good model. You know.
The pose is sweet.
And the pose is sweet, and the base is awesome. 100%. Yeah. But
I see him from here.
Yeah. So he's on the table, and there are giant mold lines all over him. Like, all over him.
This happens in Gundam. Mm-hmm. Because you have two plastic pieces that warp a little bit, and they don't line up well. Mm-hmm. And usually in Gundam, what you do is you have to use liquid cement and then sand it down. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's easy on Gundam, though. Flat panels. Hard to mess up.
Yeah.
On his leg, there's a lot of texture. On his arms, you're not getting in there.
No.
I hate this.
Yeah, I do too.
That is so much extra work. That is.
And I even, like, with the plastic glue, tried to fill it in. Yeah. Along the lines, and then, like, I squeezed it for a while, and there's still these giant mold lines all over
and him. They're not even they're not typical mold lines. What they are, they're not like when the model was pressed together and and the actual plastic leaped out. This is when you put two pieces together and they don't sit flush.
Yep.
So there is a giant gap, like a panel line on a robot.
Yep.
That's not how flesh works.
Well, it's how Marvel Crisis Protocol works. Now this is obviously a big model. So
that's even more reason to hide them.
Because
smaller models you can get away with putting them in places not seen. That is big model. That is across the whole model. Like I can trace it from his pinky all the way down to his ankle.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm working with.
So now what would be very interesting. It would only work if you painted it in a comic book style. You could hide that really well.
I don't even think you could.
On some of the lines, like in here in the lat.
Sure, down in there,
but not on the forearm. Where
on the forearm and then the leg. How do you can't hide that?
Yeah. The ankles.
Yeah. You didn't see that?
I didn't see the back of the foot.
The foot, yeah. Like this is like a whole tube of green stuff.
Actually,
no, it's not a whole tube of green stuff.
Like,
it's bad. So another thing that makes me appreciate Privateer Press more.
Those print lines are nothing compared to that,
and they're hidden better. You know, their models go together better. Yeah. Like this model is so many pieces for no reason.
Okay, there's the middle ground I want to find. I wish Privateer Press gave me more pieces. Okay. Because I like painting them apart. Okay. Because there's a lot of detail behind things that I know is there, and I like to at least put the base color down. I don't want it to be black back there. Uh-huh. And that's just me. But then there's like this, too many pieces for no reason.
Yeah. Because like his leg, both of his legs were a piece. The center was a piece. His arms were 2 pieces each.
I wonder what made them with the manufacturing and the molding. Because whatever they're using, I wonder what made them have to do that. Because I would think that'd be more work.
You'd think.
Yeah. Because then there's Privateer Press, who just prints the whole model at once, which is good for Privateer Press and easy to pack. You throw it in a small wrap, put it in a box, done.
Well, this is injection plastic, so this is the same thing like Space Marines are made out of. Yeah. But, yeah, it's still really bad. But anyway, hope y'all enjoy Marvel Crisis Protocol. I am not enjoying the models. Too bad my kid really likes the Hulk. So,
you know what this looks like? Huh. It looks like my house guard riflemen that have that crazy line where the mold shifted.
Oh yeah.
You know the old Privateer Press stuff where the mold literally shifted and you have to like carve it to fit. that's what this looks like. Except harder to hide.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna paint it and just.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Where are we at? Oh, so did you see the duck army?
I did, yeah.
So I showed that.
That was cool.
I showed that to my wife and her best friend, and they're like, "That's cool." And I was like, "If I modeled you a duck, because one of them likes ducks, my wife likes bunnies." I was like, "If we did bunny arm, would you play?" They're like, "Maybe." Maybe.
Why don't you just print a bunch of bunny heads and then?
Oh yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
My wife's been looking for STLs. She's like, I want this one. So like one that I have, I just edit it a little bit and put some shields and guns on it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just gonna eventually print up a bunny army this time.
Okay. What is she gonna play it as?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she's thought.
You got that far yet?
No.
Okay.
Technically, she can play as whatever.
Yeah.
You just need. I like how they did it with just the caster, the 2 jacks, and everything else was ducks.
Yeah, I think that's all they had because that's a Kador one, right?
It was Signar.
Signar. Okay. Well, I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
So.
And then they had like the different arms and stuff met different units. It was kind of.
That's right. One had like a hat, an army hat on. Yeah.
Yep, and one had like a little shield and a little baby stick.
That's right. Yeah. That's cool stuff.
It was cool. It was like fun, and then when you saw it on the table against the normal army. I don't know if you saw him post his battle report.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah. All right. I think that's about it. Right?
Yeah. The only thing that I have is next month, big month for all of us, because Dusk come out.
Oh, is that big? I wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, I know you don't care because I finally get my own models.
But you have an entire red army, so don't talk about you.
I get my new models. Okay? I get my new models.
Yeah. Your new vampires.
My new vampires. And then the predictions we made a few podcasts back, because Trolls and Rhett get their second armies.
Mm-hmm.
So, gonna be fun. Falshier's probably dead. R.I.P. What if she's not, though? What if her rules come back, like, the same?
Then, depending on the units and support she has...
Because she's gonna have Wardens.
It should be really good.
Yeah. And she's gonna have...
I don't think she can be the same. She was so good.
But we've noticed they haven't made much changes.
No, they reverted a lot of changes, so...
So they're going to go back to the original Falshier.
Well, then that's too good. I mean, that's just really good, so...
Because she'll have the Warden, she'll have the Ninjas, which is what she was running before anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I don't like it.
The only thing she's not going to run is the Trident.
Good. So that's a step in the right direction.
She'll run the Meatball Shooter.
Oh, yeah, the Architect Generator or whatever it is. Yeah. That stupid thing.
I don't know if that will ever... Because was that ever good?
No.
No? Okay. It just looked cool. Sort of.
I remember when it came out, and I never saw it on the field. Ever.
Yeah. Because, like, I was looking at, like, just get one to have, like, the one of everything kind of thing. And then, like, nobody has one. Or if they have one, they have 3 for some reason.
I guess.
There was one guy in the buy-sell group, and he had 3. And I was like, would you split? And he's like, nope. I was like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right, then. Hey, let me know if you do.
Good luck to you, sir.
Because he had that, and he had the broken egg tokens for Rhett.
Ooh.
And I was like, I want both of those and maybe, like, 1 or 2 of the other solos.
Yeah.
And but he's like, nah, I'm not splitting right now. I was like, all right, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His prerogative.
Yeah, that is it, though.
All right. That's it.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening. Next week, Ross said he'll be back.
We can ask him.
I already asked him.
Okay. Then he'll be back.
Yeah. I'm excited to have a third person. It'll be good to...
Yeah, and hopefully he can bring... He said he might be bringing one more person over on Saturday, so that'll be 4 people.
And we will have... I should be able to bring 2 people. Good whole party.
Oh, you're coming too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're going to need another table then.
We got Beagle. Build another one.
There you go. Is he coming?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah,
all right.
He's been back.
Let's do it.
I can show you the models. I got his Mammoth Army downstairs.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.